Hello, welcome to Five Generation Bakers. I'm Scott Baker. I'm from Moon Township and I live in Harmony, PA with my wife Joelle and my son Zach. Yes, my last name really is Baker, and as the name suggests, I am the fifth generation of my family in the business. Come on inside, I'll show you around. In 1938, the third generation, my grandfather Paul Baker founded Jenny Lee Bakery. Jenny Lee was located in Pittsburgh's Diamond Market, which is today known as Market Square. He grew that business to ultimately be 14 retail stores when the fourth generation, his three sons, came and joined him in the business. They continued to grow it, took it to wholesale markets, fresh wholesale markets, and here is the fourth generation, Bernie Baker. My dad works with me today at Five Generation Bakers. He's the director of bakery operations. So we really pride ourselves on using the freshest, most high quality ingredients we can find. We use King Arthur flour, California raisins, Domino sugar, real eggs. Our apples are domestic. We use Corinthite cinnamon. We even use salad oil instead of hydrogenated shortening so that all of our breads are trans fat free. Take all these great ingredients, we mix them together. Al's our head baker. He's getting ready to dump our seventh batch of the day. You can tell when a dough is mixed properly because it can stretch as thin as paper to tell that that gluten has been fully developed. This production table is really the key to our efficiency. We can run up to 500 pounds of dough every 45 minutes. The key to our unique shape is this old-fashioned crimp pan that we bake in. The key to baking in these enclosed crimp pans is getting a perfect proof. This one needs a little bit more time. Here we have the next batch coming from the oven. So every loaf is literally bathed in butter and tossed in cinnamon sugar. And the only thing better than sliced bread, it's sliced cinnamon bread. Finish department is the most important step in the process. Although we only make one product line, we make 6 variations of this bread, including cinnamon raisin, cinnamon apple, and we just launched the honey whole wheat cinnamon swirl bread. We also have several customers that we put their label on the bag. So it's very important for these slicers here to make sure they put the right product with the right label into the right boxes. This is our main freezer. It holds 18 pallets, and we're selling 15 to 16 pallets a week right now. We estimate that we can max out at 24 pallets a week through this small space. Obviously, we're going to need more freezer space if we want to continue to grow. When we opened 3 years ago, our breads are sold in just Western PA. We're now found in 14 states. This truck here is going to Kalamazoo. The biggest challenge to this point has been forecasting our growth so that we know how to properly staff the bakery. It's been a godsend having my dad work here because it allows me to get out and grow the business and have him run the bakery. I know what's going on. I can trust the operations here. It took us 3 years to sell our first millionth loaf. We anticipate that this calendar year, we're going to sell another 1 million loaves. So having the right staff in place is important. Part of that staff, we need to hire a food safety director that can help us fully implement our food safety program. We recognize the value of having a written program in place, and some estimates have showed that this cost could be as high as $50,000. I'm asking the Sharks to consider my track record, see the potential, and to provide the capital that we need to take the next steps with steady strides. I'm offering 10% of my business for $500,000 investment. This $5 million valuation takes into consideration next year's sales, and I can show you where those sales will come from. We'll use that money to buy a higher capacity freezer, hopefully tripling or quadrupling that freezer space. We'll also use it for an automated slicer bagger to improve the efficiency in the finishing department. Finally, we'll use it to hire talent, a certified food safety specialist that can help us fully implement our food safety program. My friends and family think so much of my business that I can honestly say probably every last one of them enjoys the cinnamon swirl breads. In fact, 9 of them love it so much they've invested in my business and helped me get through the startup phase. Shark Tank can help me to bridge that gap to profitability and allow my cash flow to work for me. My wife and I have invested over $100,000 of our personal savings, including our son's college fund. We're completely personally invested in this business. I've even paid myself a reduced compensation so that the cash can work for the business right now. I have zero doubt that this business will continue to flourish. Ultimately, I love baking. I take so much pride in building a business that allows me to provide for my family. In fact, we're providing for many families here. I'd love to pass this business on to my son one day. I also keep an open mind to the idea of merging with a larger bakery that would improve our strategies and our logistics. I've got an open mind for what the future holds. I've got a trip planned in mid-July for Geneva, New York for my 6th Muscleman Triathlon. I'd be happy to miss it for an impromptu trip to LA. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.